Hey guys, Ian, or better known as Captain Sid here, of the A-Team Militia in Operation Milsom, at the end of day 3, and so far I figured I'd update you guys as I'm feeling pretty good. I can breathe a lot deeper now. I can feel that my breaths actually have filled me up a lot more. It's not so hard for me to breathe. My nose is clearing out. My room is starting to smell more and more normal. I've been spraying with Febreze, and when I come home now, I don't smell cigarettes. I actually smell Febreze, and I can't remember the first time that's happened in a long time. I've been getting a lot of people asking questions about the actual e-cigarette itself, so I figured this time around, now that I'm not so stressed out about the idea of trying to quit smoking, I'll touch a little more in depth as exactly to what I did and how I went through the starting process. Um, when I first got the cigarette, I knew that the idea was to eventually quit smoking. So the first couple days, I found it really, really difficult for me to give up the cigarette in my mind completely. Basically, every time I wanted to smoke, I then forced myself to pick up the e-cigarette so that way I could retrain my brain into wanting to smoke the e-cigarette. Now that it's been day 3, I really don't have any cravings for cigarettes. I find that I still have my nicotine craving a little bit, but what happens with this e-cigarette is it's a little bit different. The nicotine tends to hit you a little bit harder than the cigarette does. So I'm getting a full cigarette's worth of nicotine off of 3 to 4 drags, as opposed to 9 to 15 is what they say some cigarette smokers drag off of a cigarette. So when I use the product, I find that I not only smoke less, but I'm smoking less water vapor than I am actual carcinogens and tar and the tobacco smoke and everything. One of the other things I found is that the green smoke definitely works better on a fully charged battery. Um, about 6 to 8 hours after your battery charge, after you pull it off the charger, you'll notice that it starts to die down a little bit, and then after about 12 to 14 hours, you'll notice that the front light will start to blink. So it's got a pretty good battery life on it. I'd say, if you have access to a computer or if you're around, a wall all day where you're able to plug it in and charge the other one while you're using one, I definitely recommend it. And then when you find that it's starting to weaken down at the end of your workday or something like that, then you'll be able to switch it to a new battery and get a better result on the product. Now, I have a fresh battery here, and I've let a couple of people try them over the last couple of days, and I've been getting the same general reaction. It's a lot smoother. It's got a familiar taste of tobacco, but not quite the same, and it does give you that rush of nicotine a little bit faster. So again, we're reaching the end of day 3 here. Haven't had the craving to really pick up a cigarette and don't really have the desire to. I also find that food is starting to taste better. Starting to recognize more smells, things like that I definitely didn't have the ability to before because of the smoking. My sinuses were always clogged, my throat was always hoarse and raw, and I couldn't really taste anything. Now with the e-cigarette at the end of the 3rd day, I find that problem's really going away for me slowly but surely, and I can start to feel healthier. And I found with a fully charged battery, if you just drag on it right away, it works a lot better. You don't have to puff and pull as much as I originally anticipated. I just drag right on it, and the sensor activates inside the battery here that starts up the atomizer and gets the nicotine going in the cartridge, and you get your own personal little vaporizer, basically. So be sure to go check out www.greensmokes.ca, and you can see all the information about these great electronic cigarettes. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and check the progress of how I'm doing. I'll do another video tomorrow and let you guys know how it is after the first 72 hours of not smoking a cigarette. So this is Captain Sid, the A-Team Militia in Operation Milsom. Thanks for tuning in, guys.